Thinking Real Estate, Jackie Austin, sitting in.
Hello.
How you doing, Jackie?
I'm good. Laura will be here momentarily, hopefully. Till then, you just get me.
Hey.
Yay.
What's going on?
Oh, I don't know. It's a busy weekend, so we had Small Business Saturday on Saturday. So with our shops downtown, it was actually really fun. We got to see all the people coming down and supporting the local businesses. So, you know, we had tons of people at all three, the Orange Peacock Gallery, Jewel Box, and Artitude. So
it was busy.
It was. I haven't seen the numbers from a couple of the places yet, but where I was had at least 100 people through. So I thought that was pretty good. So lots and lots going on. So, and we have another busy weekend coming up this weekend at Artitude. We've got our Kids Day on Saturday, which is always fun because we do stuff for kids, and like a couple of the artists are going to be doing some ornament making. Kids can come down and make personalized ornaments. We'll have some face painter from Out of the Box Performance Arts. We're going to have a special chalk drawing demonstration as well, which I think will be really cool. So I'm excited about this weekend too.
So Artitude is, last year it was in the old
Yeah, so previously we're in this is our third year doing this. And then this year we changed our location. So we're right on Michigan Avenue in the former Swan Creek Candle Building. It's 133 West Michigan Avenue. Can't really get much more than the heart of downtown right there.
No, that's just about in the center.
Yeah, exactly. So it's great. We between the three locations, we represent about 50 different artists. So we got a little bit of everything from every kind of art you could possibly want and could possibly need for this holiday season. So.
Are most of them local artists, or?
I would say about 2/3 of the artists are from Jackson County.
So that's most of them.
Yeah, most of them. We do have some out-of-town ones. One of our more popular ones is our metal artist. He's from Battle Creek. He gets a lot of attention. He's got some really cool stuff. He's got this really cool bench that has cattail and dragonflies and things like that on it. We've got our abstract artist, Chris Blank, is always very popular. He's local. John Blank, his cousin, is also very, very popular. His birds are super popular this year. Everybody wants one of his hummingbirds. So, so we're getting a lot of good things going on down there. And we have some pottery. We've got, I think, eight or nine different potters that have gotten together and have a whole booth full of pottery, and it's everything from mugs and little buttons to, you know, I think there's a birdhouse. So all kinds of different stuff. Anything you could possibly want, you could probably find it there.
So what about the jewelry store then?
So we got Jewel Box, which is located in the old Dupuy building, and that is primarily jewelry. We represent, I think I counted 9 or 10 different jewelers right in that little area. And we've got some other art in there as well, but it's primarily jewelry. But again, it's everything it's everything from very simple earrings that maybe cost you $15 up to we've got one piece that's this very gorgeous, elaborate necklace and bracelet for $1,200. So I know, but it's so beautiful. I just want somebody to have it because it's gorgeous and it just glitters. So we've got every price range you could possibly want in all three locations. And then we've got the Orange Peacock Gallery, which is our year-round gallery, is still open. And I think we sold a ton of chocolates this past weekend there. I heard the chocolatier had to come back and refill 3 times on Saturday. So that's great. People love the chocolates and love going in there and seeing everything.
So do you have regular artists that are there?
At the Orange Peacock, yep. It's our year-round one. So we represent almost 40 artists just in that space alone. So I think we're at about 35 right now. Hey, Laura just walked in. Yay!
Sorry, I was trying to print this thing.
Oh, well. better.
You're on.
I know, we're on the air. So, anyway, we were just talking about everything going on downtown.
I heard that.
So,
Those galleries are great.
mm-hmm.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Wrapping,
Oh, yeah.
also. Gift
Oh, I
registry.
didn't talk about the gift registry. Yeah, you can come down and tell us what your make a list of your favorite things, and then send your family and friends down, and they can look at your list and buy you what you want.
Beautiful.
So
Your wife can come down. I don't know how much men's stuff we have. There's some stuff. Yeah, I mean there is. Yeah, art. I mean paintings and stuff.
Mhm, yeah.
So.
Plus, we've got the cafe.
I always think of the jewelry.
Yeah, I know. You know. We've got the cafe at Artitude, which is going really well. Everybody seems to love the coffee there. I don't drink coffee, and neither does Laura.
Vito's.
So.
Vito's Cafe, right?
Vito's Espresso, and you can get. I've had the hot chocolate. The hot chocolate was really good.
Yeah, it
Laura,
doesn't leave an aftertaste like some.
Yeah, Laura really likes that too. But I've heard really good things about the coffee, so you can come down and just get your daily fix.
So I was trying to print this. Jackie sent me this updated statistics, and I couldn't print it all. That's why I was late. And now I can't print it all on one page.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. If you look at the video online, you'll be able to see how crazy her little thing looks. Yeah.
Right. So what I thought was interesting, and the reason I thought I'd mention this, is I had a call. I actually had an internet inquiry on our website on the value of their property, and they said they had an appraisal done 2011. They're in this city, and it was for $90,000. And I was a little surprised, based on where the house was located, that it would appraise at $90,000, especially in 2011.
Which was kind of the height of the downfall.
Well, yeah, our lowest year was in 2009. We had 85.1% of our market were foreclosures. 2009. So what was the? So let's just deal with the city. I need a really long ruler to spread this across. But in 2009, the average sale price in the city was 34.
34.1, yeah.
What does that say over there on your side? 2008.
2008 was 36.
Okay, so I'm told I have to speak into the microphone.
It helps.
Okay, so 34.1 in 2009. Let's just deal with the city. 2010, it went up to
36.
36.1. So
Okay, you probably don't need to do the math on that. Then it went back down in 2011 to 32.8.
right. So when someone tells me they got an appraisal for 90,000, that's kind of weird. But all right, so
Well, it depends.
depends on what.
Where is it?
It's north of Michigan and west of west of West. So I mean, it's a nice neighborhood, but it's not a $90,000 neighborhood in 2011. So 2011, then we went to 36.7, 42.7, 52, or 53, 53.7, and so currently in 2016, and this is through how many months, Jackie?
Through September 30th.
So the first
3 quarters.
3/4 of the year, the average sale price in the city is $64,000. It has doubled
That's good.
since 2011. So if you just take those statistics,
That 2011, that just seems so low.
Well, that was the.
your urban communities usually will have a lower average sale price simply
Well, yeah.
because of the income demographics.
That seems let me rephrase that. That seems abnormally low.
Why? It was a bad year. Well, you live in the city. Let's just look at other municipalities then. So Blackman average sale price in 2011 was $74,600, and through the first 3/4 of the year, it's $109,700.
Okay.
And then, let's see, so
Part of Blackman is in the city.
what township?
No, Blackman Township is Blackman Township.
Yeah. They're separate.
Yeah. No matter how you slice
They
it,
don't
Blackman
overlap.
Township is Blackman Township. Are they right next door to each other? Yes. But I can tell you that if I'm trying to sell a house that's on one side of the street, it's in the city, and on another side of the street, the identical house is in Blackman Township, the one in Blackman Township will be probably an easier house to sell. And that's because of property taxes. You've got about a 14 mil difference. I mean, I'd have to look it up to confirm that, but last time I looked at it, it was roughly 14 mil difference between City of Jackson and Blackman and Summit. Just kind of an average, which is a lot.
Yeah.
But in the city, you're going to have sidewalks and you're going to have street lights and things that you don't have. You're going to have water and sewer. You're not necessarily going to have that in Summit Township or Blackman. You might have water and sewer, but you're not necessarily going to have it.
So there would be that much difference on the same street?
Yeah, there would be a difference.
There would be a difference.
Yeah, I don't know how much, but there would be a difference. I'd have to pull up a street
Yeah, it
that
kinda
straddles
depends on-
them.
yeah, it
Like
kinda
Brown
depends on the
Street
street.
straddles. However, there aren't houses. I can't think of a single house
On the city side.
on the city side that looks like that on Summit side. And there isn't any in the Blackman side of Brown Street. Are you visualizing it?
I'm trying to.
Yeah. Well, their street
I'm
would
getting
be.
the
Well,
headache.
yeah, I mean, actually, Brown Street, until you get south of Spring Arbor or south of Morale, there's maybe one or two residential houses on the Blackman side.
There aren't. Well, you have Walmart. And then you
Right.
go, if you go north of Wildwood, does Brown Street go north of Wildwood? Like over where,
Well, it reconnects up by like Allskate and all up there.
yeah,
That's where
and
it
so
starts
there's
over.
residential on the Blackman side, but that's apartment
That's
buildings.
North Brown.
Yeah, north.
Yeah, North Brown, and it's residential on one side and it's industrial on the other side,
Yeah.
and apartants.
It's kind
on
of
the
an
other side.
interesting thing to think about is those streets that straddle the
municipalities.
municipalities. How would that affect it? That'd be an
Yeah,
interesting
I mean,
study.
yes, that's like if I'm in Blackman Township, I'm Brown selling a house, and across the street I'm looking at, I think Industrial Steel Treating owns land on the east side of Brown Street, North Brown. And then you have the apartment building up there.
Mm-hmm.
How does that affect my value of my property? Same thing on the east side. You know, if I've got city property and now all of a sudden Blackman comes in and they allow some kind of, I don't know, industrial use next to more of a residential or a lighter use
Well,
zoning, how's that going to affect the value of the properties?
yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Or the neighborhood that isn't all that far away from it.
How about that old Spartan?
Well, that's
Wearing
one.
out.
And how does that
Garbage
affect?
pit.
There's some neighborhoods in Blackman that are just
Right
to the
there.
east of that, and the fact that I'm not sure that anything's been done with that building.
Well, no, it's sitting there.
Right. There's another building that was burned over off of Jackson Street. I'm trying to think of the roads that it surrounds. I want to say Griswold, Jackson. It's north of Prospect. Big,
That wasn't Kent Moore, was it? The Kent Moore building?
could be. I don't know. I can tell you who owns it, but I won't say it. But anyhow, that building, you know, it's being used for storage, but how
It's
does
right in the middle of the residential.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And how is that affecting those neighborhoods? I mean, I'm not sure I'd want to live across the street from it because I do think that there is a fence all the way around it, so that's secure, I guess. But still, it's going to affect my perception. And perception is reality, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. You have to really change it. But overall, average sale price.
So we've doubled in 5 years.
Well, in the
In
city,
the city, yeah.
but in Blackman Township, we're almost 50% more. Let's look at Summit. Any specific? So Summit Township is 139. And what was it?
89.
Can you tell? What did you do?
Yeah.
Count up?
Yeah, I can count.
Well, that's good. Your Catholic education
So
worked out well.
89,000 in 2011, up to 139 now.
So that's an increase of 56%. But I did notice Columbia. I think Columbia's down. It's at 182,590 right now. And it was, well, okay.
Yeah, no.
It's down from last year and the
Okay.
year before.
200.
Why would that be?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if people are just not. Columbia's is got the lake. I mean, it's got Lake Columbia and it's got Clark Lake.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people are not buying second homes, although those homes on those lakes are typically very expensive. I don't think people are moving, personally, unless you're moving to town for a job or your grandchildren. So Columbia, since 2011, is up 16%, you know, compared to Blackman and Summit, which are almost up 50%.
Every area is different, so it's just.
And then areas within those areas. So knowing. Your area where you live got hit really hard in the city. Not necessarily that side of Elm, but the other side of Elm. I shouldn't tell people where you live. They're going to wander around looking for you now. They're going to want your autograph.
God.
School districts. Let's see what Northwest has done, because you know Northwest passed that millage, and I get a lot of people now that want to live in Northwest school. It used to be the hot school, it's Western schools. Now it's Northwest. Fourth one up, Jack.
We have a couple minutes left.
So it was 91.
Yep. Was 91, now what's it up to?
145.5.
Wow, that's quite a difference.
Where?
Northwest
Northwest
schools?
schools.
Wow, that's quite a jump.
Yeah, 60%. Let's see what's going on in Western. Western schools at 146, so they're right neck and neck. What
Yeah.
was it?
97,
97.
so almost
So
the
they're
same.
staying neck and neck.
That seemed like a large jump
And Western's up 50%.
in the Northwest schools.
What did I say, 60? Yeah, well, I think that millage made a difference. People want their kids to go to good schools. They need their kids to go to good schools. So we want their kids to go to good schools so that they can all grow up and support us as we and feed into that Medicare or Social Security. Right?
Anyway.
Anyhow.
So
I just thought the statistics was kind of interesting. If you, I mean, like this person that I talked to who had the appraisal, you know, I'd have to say, step back and say, was the appraisal realistic? What was it for when it was, when you got it back in 2011? And just because you have an appraisal back
What do you mean?
one
What?
or 2 or 3
What
years
was the
ago or
purpose
even
of-
farther doesn't
yeah.
mean that it's still a valid
And you gotta look at
appraisal.
what the purpose of the
Mostly
appraisal
what the purpose was. And
So
I would
was
say
it
in the
to-
neighborhood.
What difference would the purpose be?
Well, before the downfall in the economy, it made a lot of difference. My father was an appraiser, so I was always raised that the purpose should make, the house is worth what it's worth. Shouldn't make any difference what the purpose is.
Right.
However, sometimes banks are anxious to loan money, and the person may have a great credit score, great reputation, and so that the appraisal might be used simply as paper that goes in the file in case they ever get audited. I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be a good question for your Tuesday segment.
Okay. I'll find out.
Yeah, ask them that question because I don't know. And you can't take that appraisal from back in 11 and say, well, let's just add on what the appreciation or subtract what the depreciation was or has been. So,
Are you selling any homes? Or?
yeah. Yep. Hold on one second. Are we doing that?
It's a new listing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was
She's
reading
reading
this
the paper
wrong.
wrong.
I was reading this for, okay, so we do have a new listing on, I was reading, it looked like we were having an open house, which I didn't think we were, so. We have a new listing at 2654 Virginia Court. This is a really cute cream puff of a house, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, a little over 800 square feet, 139.9 steps away from Clark Lake. Steps away.
Wow.
It is, you move into this house and you've got the highest end of everything possible. The seller does not believe in anything low end. Very quality.
Is that a house or a cottage?
It's a cottage.
It's a house.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
you
it's
could
a
live-
year-round
Yeah, you
house.
can live in
Okay.
it year round.
Right,
All right.
I
it
guess if
just,
that's what
your
you're looking
definition
for.
of a house might be different than my definition of a house.
Quite.
I could live in this house.
Okay. That it's a house.
It's very
Yeah.
cute. We have 387 South Mill Street at 239.9. That's the home on Raisin River, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. And it's got almost 3,000 square feet of finished square footage, 1,700 plus square footage on the first floor. Then there's Laurie Drive, that's Western School District, 6581 Laurie Drive, 159.9, 4 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. 601 Seymour Avenue, which is just under 30,000, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. 1034 First Street, just under 30,000, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. 6306 Burning Tree is 214.9, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 3,500 square feet of finished living area. And I think the first floor is about 2,000 square feet, and that has brand new carpet, brand new roof. It's a great home. And call me,
Call Laura.
780-3800.